பெட்ல நீட் பண்ணு. நீட்டா போடு.
Hari Om all. Hari Om Swamiji. So we'll start with the prayer. Please sit in a comfortable posture. Back straight, eyes closed, palms on the knees. Kindly hold Chin Mudra, Gyan Mudra. We'll chant Guru Mantra. We'll keep our mind on Guru's feet and take his blessings. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akantamantalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Dhyanamoolam Gururmurti Pujamoolam Gurupadam Mantramulam Gururvakyam Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa. Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa. We'll chant 3 times more. Have a deep inhalation. Om. Om.
Hari Om.
So chant Patanjali sloka. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopa-karotam pravaram muninam Patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi Abahu purushakaram Shankachakra-sidharinam Sahasrashirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Srimate Anantaya Nagarajaya Namo Namaha. Hari Om Swamiji. So we welcome all of you for this series of webinars on behalf of Shivadashini Yoga Vidyalaya and on behalf of our Swamiji. We take pleasure in inviting all of you. So this is a series of 4 webinars covering the overview of all the 4 padas. So before getting into the session, we will have our Swamiji is here. We'll have a few words with Swamiji. Before that, we will have a small introduction about ashram. After that, we can have a few words from Swamiji. Then we'll start the session. So I'll share you the screen to have a small introduction about our ashram. So we have here the lineage of our gurus. We have Swami Shivananda here, the first photo, then Swami Satyananda and Swami Nirajananda Saraswati. And we have below our Swamijis. You know all the Swamijis here. The Swamiji, Swami Satyananda is the guru of all of us, all the gurus. Swami Shivananda. Swami Satyananda is the founder of BR School of Yoga. At present, now headed by Swami Nirajananda Saraswati. So we have below two Swamijis who are from our ashram, Shivadarshan Yoga Vidyalaya. We will see a few details about them. So we have both of our Swamijis are direct disciple of Swami Satyananda Saraswati. They got Diksha from Swami Satyananda directly, and they took sannyas 5 decades ago, and they served in BR School of Yoga, and they came to Chennai for the mere spread of spreading yoga from door to door and show to show. We have Swami Vajrapani Saraswati, who is the founder of Shivadarshan Yoga Vidyalaya. And right side you can see Swami Gambhirananda Saraswati, who is the Acharya and leading the institution and backbone of all the activities at Shivadarshan Yoga Vidyalaya. And we are fortunate, our Swami Gambhirananda Saraswati is not in station, but Swamiji is in Kashi, and we'll be expecting some words from Swamiji after this intro. So what is the uniqueness of our institution is, we conduct a lot of courses, but this institute is run by a charitable trust and headed by our senior most Swamijis. Because if it is a private institute, the way of teaching will be different. This is ashram environment. So whatever our Swamijis learned as a Guru Sishya tradition, they pass on the same thing through our teachers. So our ashram was founded in 1992 by Swami Vajrapani Saraswati. The building where we are now in Chennai was inaugurated by Swami Nirajananda Saraswati in the year 1999. So by the effort of our Swamiji, Swami Gambhirananda Saraswati, we have been recognized as a Yoga Therapy Research Institute by Government of India, Department of Scientific and Industrial Research. So both the Swamijis were honored as Golden Swamiji by Bihar School of Yoga during the World Yoga Convention, which was held in Munger in Bihar School of Yoga in the year 2013. So we are here for the past more than 30 years in the same place where we are, and serving our Swamijis, and ashram is serving the entire people around us, whomever we can reach by spreading yoga. So if any of you happen to come to Chennai, please drop into our ashram. So we have a more than 6,000 square feet area in the center of, very close to Chennai Central Railway Station, and we conduct regular programs for all kind of people. So nowadays, since it has become more of online, we are into more of online program, and offline also goes parallel. And to know about our courses, we are regularly conducting yoga therapy course, because this is a flagship of Shivadarshan Yoga Vidyalaya, because these courses were taught by Swamiji directly earlier. But past few years, Swamiji trained a lot of teachers. So we are volunteers and teachers are helping the ashram to carry this work forward. So we have the 4 teacher training courses, the TTC 1, 2, and 3. These 3 deals with yoga therapy. Like TTC 1, teacher training course 1, covers high blood pressure, diabetes, asthma, and spondylitis. And TTC 2 covers menstrual disorder, thyroid, PCOD, prolapse, menopause, all women-related disorders. TTC 3 covers exclusively prenatal and postnatal. And you have one more teacher training course for kids yoga. This is for adults to become kids. How to teach yoga to kids. This is not an easy thing. We teach a lot of mantras, lot of games, and lot of asana using stories. How lively you can teach. So all these other therapy courses covers intensely, very intensive courses covering both theory and practical. So if you want to know, for example, high blood pressure, you should know about heart. Without knowing heart, how to study high blood pressure. So we'll be teaching in detail about the theory of that particular system, and also what asanas, what pranayamas, what are the other yogic practices we can give, what not to give. That is more important. If I give an asana which will elevate blood pressure, then that is not suitable. So this course are all designed by our Swamiji. So this is all taken a lot of care to get through. So we conduct this twice a year. We have other courses like anatomy and physiology course, which again is a very favorite course for many people. And we have Chakra Awareness program. This program is conducted by our Swamiji. Chakra Awareness, once in a year, whenever Swamiji finds little time, we'll conduct this program. The practice sessions were taken by Swamiji. So it was very intense program. It is an experiential program where you can come and experience. Whereas other courses are to become teachers, these are for the internal growth. We have Manipur Chakra program where only one chakra, which is a very special chakra to energize our whole body and mind. We have mudras for yoga therapy. So this yoga therapy, many people, many old or sick people, if they are unable to do asana pranayama, they can use mudras. So again, for yoga therapy, and we are here at this certificate course in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. This is a 5 to 6 months course. It happens twice a week from 8 to 9:30 p.m. This covers the entire Yoga Sutras. So what is the speciality of our teacher training course? The courses are designed by Swamijis. The teachers who take the course are trained and instructed by Swamijis. Under the direct supervision of our ashram, it happens. We have dedicated lectures wherever we get appointment. We get doctor's lecture for the ailments. And we have a live hands-on experience, hands-on projects. See, all our teacher training courses, we have a compulsory subject, Yoga Nidra and meditation. These two are compulsory in all our teacher training courses. Because Yoga Nidra and meditation, you can use it for a spiritual growth as well as for therapy. So you will get an experience to have a live project in each teacher training course. We will be conducting Viva, written examination after many levels of filtering. Then like we'll give a teacher training course certificate. Once you finish the course, you become part of Shivadarshana Yoga Vidyalaya. You become alumni member, so you get regular continued connection with the ashram and Swamiji. So you can always reach our Swamiji to ask for any doubts. You can reach to teachers. So this is a lifelong association. It's not like the course ends, we go to the next batch. We keep our alumni always alive. So that live consultation and assistance are always there. So the speciality of BR School of Yoga, the speciality of Shivadarshana Yoga Vidyalaya is with yoga therapy and yoga nidra and meditation. So this is a small introduction. This stop sharing. Hari Om Swamiji. So I invite our Swamiji, Swami Gambhirananda Saraswati, to have a few words for the participants. Hari Om Swamiji. I'll highlight Swamiji.
Hari Om. Hari Om, everybody. You're all welcome to this new course, Patanjali Yoga Sutra at Shivadarshana Yoga Vidyalaya. And I first thanks to Mr. Balamurli and all my other teachers who is looking after all the courses and all the activities of the ashram, even in my absence there, because at present from past 2-3 months I am in Kashi. So all the activities Mr. Balamurli and all other teachers are looking after very well. So my great thanks to them. So Patanjali Yoga Sutra classes, many times it happened, many batches already we did, and people took it very seriously, because the Balamurli's, how he give the explanation with the small day-to-day examples, people like it, and they understand the Patanjali Yoga Sutra in a better way. So Yoga Sutra. Sutra means what? One meaning of sutra is thread. Like in thread, you put flowers, make garland, or beads, you make garland. So it is a garland of sutras, garland of shlokas, which takes you from lower level of consciousness to the higher level of the consciousness. Other meaning of sutra means formulas. It is formulas like in mathematics, some small, with the help of small formulas, we solve the big problems, big maths. Same way, Patanjali has given these formulas to solve the problems of our life, especially the spiritual hindrance, how to get rid of the spiritual hindrance when we want to grow spiritually. So that methods Patanjali has given by these sutras. So in these verses of Patanjali's written as a map or a guide map, a road map or guide for the journey of life from mundane level to the higher level of the consciousness, and finally to liberation. This sutra is not for intellectual debate. Once you go through this Patanjali Yoga Sutra class, your intention should not be like, mostly it not happens with the spiritual sadhakas, but some people like to do the take part in the big debates, and they do the like shastrat, how they do. They want to show themselves that they are more intellectual and more knowledgeable and all this. So this is not for debate, it is for experience. These formulas are written by Patanjali to explain the process and practical method of raising the level of awareness, to gain the depth of the wisdom, and also to explore the mind potential, and finally going beyond the mind. So Patanjali Yoga Sutras don't use it for debate purpose or to develop your intellectual this thing, but use it for experience. And there is so many methods are given in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. One method you choose, always I tell those who are attending the Patanjali Yoga Sutra class, one method you choose, either Ashtanga Yoga you like, Bhakti Yoga, if you have that tendency of devotion, or Ishwar Pranidhan, surrender to the God. What I feel, now this time I selected surrender to the God. Whatever happens, good or bad, you surrender everything to the God. No good, no bad. Don't get affected by any good or any bad event happening in your life. Everything we surrender to the God and take that path. Definitely will grow spiritually. This one lifetime, see, it's liberation, that our Jivatma, one lifetime is what? It takes one, if it is take one lifetime also, it is less. When Jivatma separates from the higher consciousness or Ishvara, then it passes one birth, two birth, many births after birth, birth after birth, and each birth is like a step to grow up and up. So one life, which is, say, my lifetime is 60 years or 70 years or 80 years, that is only one step to grow. So we have to take many steps to grow. Don't think that today you are attending Patanjali Yoga Sutra, tomorrow self-realization will take place. It takes, maybe it will take many lives to, because the one shloka, first shloka, Chittavritti Nirodha, it will take, I don't know how long it will take to do the Chittavritti Nirodha, how much impurity we have inside, how to purify that. That all method is given in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. We have to use that method and get rid of our vrittis of the mind and third sutra is, which is given in Samadhi Pada, is Sada Drashtum Sarupe Avasthanam. When you get rid of this vrittis of the mind, you establish in your own form, means that is liberation, self-realization. So this class is to understand the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, and also you find out what is your liking, which path you like, and choose one path, and you develop yourself in that path. If you take Bhakti Yoga, if you have devotion, if you feel that you have devotion, you use Bhakti Yoga. If you have surrender, if you can surrender yourself, your each and every activity, each and every thought, if you can surrender to the God. And see, one small story I tell you, that Mahabharata, Pandava and Duryodhan was there, Kaurava was there. So when they are after war, when they were going for liberation, they saw first, when Pandavas reached to the heaven, they saw Duryodhan is always there. Already he is there in the heaven. He said, he has done so many papas, how he is in heaven? Krishna said, he is in heaven because each and every activity which he was taking, he is surrendering to me. He said, God, you are not allowing me to do any good things. I surrender whatever activities I am doing. It is because of you are guiding me like that. So even he was a very, 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 very bad person, but he was in the heaven because of the surrender. So it doesn't mean that we should do the bad, but whatever we are doing, whatever we are thinking, whatever we are taking action, this each and every action is, if you surrender to the God, definitely you reach to the highest goal of our birth. Why we have taken birth? To self-realization. So this, I hope you will enjoy this course. If you attend this course, definitely you will be beneficial, because I have seen the feedbacks which all other old students have given, that Mr. Balamurli is really, he's totally dedicated to this Patanjali Yoga Sutra class, and your understanding will be better when you will take this class. So Hari Om Tat Sat. Now your Balamurli ji is there, who will guide you for the further.
Hari Om.
Thank you.
Hari Om. So it is by Swamiji's blessings, every course is run. So Hari Om Swamiji. So we'll start the course straight away. Further small information is we are coming up with a 5 to 6 months course. Now we are going to cover the overview, the Samadhi Pada, Sadhana Pada, Vibhuti Pada and Kaivalya Pada. So if you take the entire duration of our actual course, this is 75 hours. And it is plus or minus based on the questions asked. So we are not in urgency to finish any specific chapter, because our Swamiji always used to say, like, spiritual awakening is the most important thing than anything else. So we don't try to complete syllabus kind of thing. Based on somebody asks questions, the class extends. So Samadhi Pada alone, it's a 20 to 25 hour session. Minimum 20 hours, maximum 25 hours. It will go. That's what our experience. Past 2-3 years, we are doing this. So we are going to condense this 25 hours to 1.5 hours. So that's why we said this is an overview. This will be very helpful for people who don't know anything about Yoga Sutra. I don't know Sanskrit, I don't know Yoga Sutra. If you are that kind of person, it will be really helpful. It will be helpful for any kind of beginners. It will also be helpful to people who already know Yoga Sutra, but I don't know the connection, how each sutras are connected. If you are wondering how this connection happens, then we are going to see that. So in every way, people who know very well, yes, this is not like a kind of depth we are going to see. So it's a kind of refreshing for other people. So we'll get into this. At the end of the session, we will open for questions, because in between, if the question is asked, then we'll be consuming more time. Kindly note down your questions. People already know Yoga Sutra. You can also write your question. Though we are not going to dive deeply, we'll be touching all the topics. But if you have a deeper question, please. Session. So what is the need to study Yoga Sutras? That we should address it first. If everyone of us are really happy all the time, do you want to study any text? No, right? We are unable to keep ourselves happy. Anybody? One full day in my life, 24 hours, I was so happy. No, not even not one day, not even 1 hour, 60 minutes every second. If you are happy, even that was not possible till now. Because we want to study all these texts because of the suffering, the pain and suffering. We are facing a lot of problems, lot of sufferings we are getting. So we want to find a solution to it. So Yoga Sutra exactly starts with that. It starts with the base, the background, that a sadhaka comes to a guru and asking for a solution. I have suffering in all my life. I have money, I have fame, I have everything. I enjoyed everything. In spite of all those things, I am unable to live happily continuously. Today I am happy, tomorrow the suffering comes. So it starts with that kind of background. Like losing a job, missing a flight, many things can bring us suffering. If you see what is the root cause of suffering, it is our mind. So the mind, if you are able to gain mastery over the mind, then we can eliminate the suffering. So as of now, if anyone asks, is mind is a boon or curse, we need to accept the bitter fact that mind has become a curse. That's why people commit suicide. Why they commit suicide? They are unable to bear the torture of their own mind. That means my mind is not under my control. So if the mind gives me pleasure all the time, then mind is definitely a boon. But it works on the other way. So what we are going to see in Yoga Sutra in detail, not today, in our course, which we are coming up from next Monday, 11th onwards, is complete psychology of the mind, complete mechanics of the mind, what it contains, how to control it, complete understanding of the nature and functions of the mind, and what are the tools we have to control and gain mastery over the mind. And finally, go beyond the mind. Like our Swamiji said, Yoga Sutras are not to question rather than to experience. That means we can only understand everything to some extent. Logical mind. So it's a big topic. If you start talking how the mind works, it's a wonder. Because whatever I know, from there only my logical mind will work. So we are clearly saying, whatever I do not know, I cannot think about it. So it's a kind of thing, if you always work on the logical mind, your sphere of influence will be very small. So how to go beyond the mind and attain self-realization. So this is also discussed. These are things we cover, the Yoga Sutra covers. So if we take a simple analogy of the 4 padas, the 4 chapters, Yoga Sutra has 4 chapters. So like take a simple analogy. We have 2 entrances to a temple and there is a god. Maybe you enter through the entrance, you go nearby God, you pray, so you gain a lot of power. If you are not interested in all the powers you gained, you get kaivalyam, liberation, self-realization, mukti, moksha, whichever way you call. That is called complete freedom. So this is a small analogy. If you want to equate, you can equate this 4th chapter. Samadhi pada, we are going to see today. And tomorrow, like sadhana pada, followed by vibhuti and kaivalya pada. So these are the entrance, samadhi pada and sadhana pada. If you proceed in samadhi and sadhana pada, naturally you will gain lot of powers. You are doing asana, you are gaining power, right? If I do asana for 30 days, I gain lot of power. I gain lot of power in my body. Body becomes flexible, strong. Similarly, you start practicing any technique, naturally you will get lot of siddhis, the supernatural powers. That is vibhuti pada. If you are not focusing, you are not interested in the benefits of your supernatural power, you mature further, the yogi, then yogi attains mukti, moksha, kaivalyam. That is kaivalya pada. This is how it covers. This is a flow chart indicating essence of every sutra. Already we have sent this flow chart in a PDF format in the group. We are going to see all the sutras. In fact, only this flow chart we explain for minimum 1 hour. So today we can't explain the flow chart. Of course, we'll be touching the flow chart because this is a normal time, 1 to 1.5 hours just with the flow chart. Because if you get an overview where the flow happens, what are the concepts discussed, then only my mind can get fixed here, right? Otherwise, if somebody talks 1 hour about any sutra, nobody will be interested. Because if I don't know what is there inside, then how to go inside? So we'll also cover this, whatever we discuss. We will take the first 4 sutras. Okay, this forms the basis of the entire Yoga Sutra. And many commentators say this 4 sutras gives meaning, essence, and what we are supposed to say in all the 195 or 196 Yoga Sutras. So we'll see what is this 4 in a very, very, very short way. So Yoga Sutra starts. This is the ambience it starts. That means a disciple goes to a guru. This is like a story we want to remember. Like all of us like stories, right? If we remember the story, we remember the essence. This is our tradition. The Bharat tradition is you convey everything in the form of stories. So we are going to see in the form of story, a guru-shishya dialogue, so that we remember the essence always. It doesn't matter. If you don't remember the Sanskrit word, no problem. Only the essence if you carry, that what it matters. Now somebody thinks by getting a house, I'll be so happy. You don't need to study Yoga Sutra, right? Because you have your aim of getting a house, getting a car, getting married, getting a promotion, getting into business. If you feel these things will solve all your life problem, then those people will not come here, like this Shishya. But this Shishya tried everything. He got a job, he got married to a beautiful girl, and he's so rich, he earned money, he enjoyed everything. And after that, he came to know none of these things has given permanent happiness. Yeah, one time it is happy, next moment, no happiness. So when he attains that kind of state where I did everything in my life, but I'm unable to get a permanent solution to remove all my suffering, now he goes to a guru and asks, Master, please tell me a way to come out. I tried everything. When you tried everything, nothing happens. Now Guru says, now yoga. If you still feel you want to try something else, please go and try. That means you have not reached a place where to listen about Yoga Sutras. So Guru says, now you tried everything. Now this is the time I'm going to tell you about Yoga Sutra. So now the Yoga Sutra starts. This is the first sutra. It says, now begins yoga. What if you're a new person? What will you ask next question? Suppose you never heard about yoga. Somebody says, now I will tell you about yoga. You will say, yoga? What is it yoga? Can you please define the yoga? That comes to the next. He asks, Master, tell me what is about yoga. The master says, yoga is controlling or mastering the activities of your mind. Because your mind gives all the problem. If you know how to control these activities of the mind, naturally you will be free from suffering. So this is the classical definition of Yoga Sutra. What is yoga, or a definition of yoga, is mentioned in second sutra. What will be your next question if you are a sadhaka? Oh, fine. If I do yoga, what will happen to me? What benefit will I get? That will be a third question. So he asks, okay, master, if I do yoga, if I master my mind, if I control my mind, what will happen? The master says, it's not a small thing you are asking. You will remain in your own nature, original nature. We'll come to this. What is that? The next question is, if I am not in the state of yoga, if I don't control my mind, what will happen? The master says, if you don't control your mind, your thinking, whatever activity is going on in your mind, that will hijack you. You will be dragged by your thoughts. Your whole life will go behind your thoughts, not in the reality. You will behave as your thoughts behave. Now you tell me, you have to control your thoughts or your thoughts has to control you. Which way it is true? We have to control the thoughts, right? My thought should listen to me, my instruction. It should not do its own thing. So this is what will happen if you are not controlling your mind. Now, what is this original nature? Is your thoughts you, or is your thoughts yours? You are not your thoughts, right? You are much beyond your thought. You are a soul, Atma, though we have not experienced, we are much beyond our thought. What is original nature means? Suppose you don't have any thoughts. You don't have any thoughts, or you have very less number of thoughts. Then you can see a lot of blissful state. You can enjoy the blissful state. This is what has happened on a simple, I cannot say equivalent. When you sleep, when you have a very sound sleep, what happens? The whole world is gone. The thoughts are not there. You slept, immediately next day happened. The moment you woke up, you will say, I had a very nice sleep, because your thoughts are not there. Similarly, original nature means what is you now minus your thoughts. As of now, we'll understand. This is a very deeper thing. As of now, we'll understand. Now, whomever you are, you minus your thoughts is the actual you. Not the current you is you. So you are in your original nature, because these thoughts I gained. Now, if I remove everything, or if I control everything, then the real me I will experience. That is the real me. So if you are let's say these are the activities of your mind. You are this friend, this person having a red shirt. If all your friends pull you in all directions, can you go anywhere? Not possible, right? So if you know how to control your friends, then you can do whatever you want to do. Otherwise, what happens? They will pull you in all directions. These are the activities of the mind. Your thoughts or whatever you have in your mind. If it starts pulling you, you cannot live your life. So yoga means controlling or mastering the activities of your mind. Now the next question will come. What are these activities of the mind? That is called vrittis, the Sanskrit word for the activities of the mind. So 5th to 11th sutras talks about activities of the mind. So the next question the disciple asks, what are the activities of the mind, master? The master explains, the activities of the mind are 5 folds. There are 5 activities, and the 5 activities can give you pain. It can be painful or non-painful. What are the 5 activities he mentioned here? In the 6th sutra, he mentions 5 activities as right knowledge, wrong knowledge, imagination, sleep, and memory. See, just imagine thousands of years before how beautifully they have mentioned the activities of the mind. Can you imagine anything apart from this 5 our mind does? Whatever you do, you end up with gaining right knowledge, right? Or wrong knowledge. Or you can imagine whatever you want to imagine. Or you can sleep and you can store. You can do either all the 5 or any one of this at a time, maybe 2 of this at a time. But all the activities of the mind falls under this 5. There's nothing called 6. Rakshana, please note down your question. Please ask in the end. Thanks for raising your hand. Please note it down. Okay. Whatever I do, you can come to a conclusion whether I gain right knowledge or wrong knowledge, or is it my imagination, or I'm sleeping, whether I slept, because the mind can sleep and the mind can store information. Apart from this 5, nothing the mind can do. These are the 5. And 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, each sutra explains what is right knowledge, what is wrong knowledge, what is imagination, what is sleep, what is memory. We are not going to see that in detail because we need to cover all the 50 as an overview, but beautiful explanations are given about each sutra. Now you can see here 1.1, 2, 3, 4. 1 means Samadhi Pada, 1, the first one. 0.1 means first sutra. 1.1 first sutra, 1.2 second sutra, 1.3 third, 1.4 fourth. This 4 under one segment. And this is, if you want to control your mind, you have to control the activities. What are the activities? Vrittis, you can see here. the green color, and all the green below comes under one group, because up to the 11th sutra, from 5 to 11, talks about the activities. Now we've gone through the activities. What to do the activities? I need to control it, right? So next thing comes, how to control these activities, master? The question will come. So we are going to get into the tools. Tools to overcome vrittis. That means tools to overcome my activities of the mind. How to control my mind. So the first tool is practice and detachment. That means they say abhyasam and vairagyam in Sanskrit word. These are the two pillars of Yoga Sutra. Without practice and detachment, nothing happens. He said generally, if you follow any sadhana, take any tool, the first thing is you have to practice it and you have to get detached. So the 5 sutras talks about it. The first 12 sutra says, what is practice? The 12th sutra says practice and detachment will lead to yoga. Then it says what is practice, how to do practice. Then next sutra says what is detachment, the lower detachment. Next is what is higher detachment. Oh, there are 2 detachment, lower, higher. So we are going to see that. So how to overcome these thoughts? How to control my mind, master? The master says the mind can be controlled by constant practice and detachment, which will lead you to the state of yoga. Next question is, what is practice, right? He says practice and detachment. We understand practice because it's like a game. How to practice for cricket, how to practice for football, how to practice for any game. Doing an activity repeatedly, gaining mastery over activity. That we know practice. But what is detachment? If somebody detached, can he play the game? If we say, no, please, you be detached. You are just playing a game. You are also a soul. I am also a soul. If we say talk philosophy like this, can you involve in the game? Detachment here means your focus should be fully on the ball, hitting the ball, and you should be detached from all the disturbances. This should be very clear. People always feel detachment means detachment from my goal. You have that dimension, which is very subtle. We'll get it later. But as of now, detachment means you get detached from all the distractions. Whatever distraction, you have to get detached from that. Your focus should be on your goal. You have to hit a goal, hit the ball, the goal post, right? And you have to make a goal. That is the objective now. Keep all your attention on your objective and away from your distraction. That is called detachment. What is practice? He discussed practice means moving. It's the correct effort required to move towards, reach, and maintain the state of yoga. This is one of the commentators' definition. We have a lot of commentaries. You can understand whichever, easy to you. Now let's take, for example, cricket. What is practice? The correct effort. You have to put a correct effort in such a way so that your goal is to hit 100, reach it, and cross it, go beyond it. Still, you should not get out. You should do that kind of effort. That is practice. We are using a lot of analogies so that the essence goes. Okay. Now, how to do the practice? See, the same batsman is having net practice. How to do the practice? You have to practice for a long time. So in the net, he has to practice for a long time, right? Without interruption. No gap. In the sense, one day I go for nets. Next day, my friend is asking to come cinema. Can I go? If I am a serious practitioner, I have a match another 2-3 weeks time, then I will go every day to practice. No interruptions, no break. Positive attitude. Nobody is pushing you, right? Nobody is putting pressure to become a batsman. It's your passion. So you go with your positive attitude and willingness. So this is what a player, a sport, a sportsman will do. Similarly, in yoga practice, if you are doing asana practice, pranayama practice, or any practice, you have to do it for the long time without interruption and with a quality of positive attitude and willingness. This is how you should do the practice. Because a disciple comes and asks, Master, I did some practice, but nothing is working. How to do the correct practice? This is how the correct practice should be. Now, what is detachment? We have seen two detachment, right? Now, what is a lower detachment? Now, what is the problem for this batsman? He should be away from junk foods, away from cinema, away from other entertainment. If suppose he is having a match, very important match, a national or international match, he cannot afford to indulge in all these things because his focus is only on the match. So he should get distracted. He should not get distracted. He should get detached from all these things. This is called vairagyam or detachment. Not detachment from playing cricket. He is there to play cricket only. Not the detachment from scoring 100. That is his goal. His ultimate goal is to hit 100 and stay there, not out till the end of the match. And that is his goal. He has to get detached from all other things, unnecessary things. This is called lower detachment. Or is this lower? All of us, it is higher, right? Leaving one habit, we feel like, so happy. But that is said as a lower. What is higher detachment? This is a lower detachment. All of us would have got some addiction, right? Definitely for food, coffee, and many, many things. So when you get detached from all these addictions, this is called lower detachment. That means my mind is free from all this materialistic, which are against life, which consumes my life, bad habits, right? See, this is a very superficial understanding because since we cannot go deeper, so it's all superficially we are talking, but there are a lot of depth inside. So as of now, we'll assume if I keep my mind away from all these negative habits, this is called detachment, detached from negative things. Now, this is called as lower detachment. Higher detachment means you are keeping your mind itself away from you because you are not your body, right? The body belongs to you, but you are not your body because you gathered this body. We start eating food, eating. What happens? I was so small, then I became so big. This is a food body. We call this Annamaya Kosha. Similarly, the mind we call Manomaya Kosha. This is a mental body. How mind is not me? What is mind? Mind is accumulation of thoughts, right? All the thoughts, your experiences accumulated, that you say this is me. No, it is yours. It cannot be you because you gathered this body like this, you gather this mind, your parents, your teachers, your friends, your society, everybody has thrown all the thoughts on you and you gathered all the ideas. This is what you gathered. So you are much beyond your thoughts, much beyond your mind. If you keep your mind away, if you keep a distance between you and your mind, then something wonderful you will experience. That is a real you. This is called higher detachment. Higher detachment means keeping my mind itself away from the actual me. Lower detachment means keeping all the habits away from my mind. So this is higher and lower detachment. So to summarize these 4 sutras, we have seen what is practice, how to do practice, what is lower detachment, what is higher detachment. If I follow all these things, what will happen? I will get into samadhi. Samadhi, a new word. What is samadhi? Before understanding samadhi, we should know what is dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Because samadhi means before samadhi, you have to come to the dhyana. Before dhyana, meditation, you have to get into dharana. So we'll have just a superficial understanding of what is dharana, dhyana, samadhi. That's what we can do now. So let's say like we are all going for a movie. Okay, any new movie release, imagine you are going for a movie. So initially, you are going and entering into a theater and seated. When you're seated, the movie is just started. They started putting reels or advertisement. And you have gone with your friends. You're talking with your friends. And the movie is on. The movie is already started. You are talking. Somebody is switching on the light. Somebody is crossing you. All the disturbance happens, right? This is first step. The disturbance are there, but you are still focusing on the screen. When the actual movie starts, you will get a pin drop silence. Let's say this is a very, very interesting movie. Then the disturbances are not there. Nobody is creating any disturbance. Even somebody creates a disturbance, your mind is not there. You are fully into the screen. So you see in the first picture, what all the things are there? You are there, the cinema is there, and the disturbance are there. 3 things are there. In the second picture, what is absent? The disturbances are not there. You are there, the cinema is there. When you get into a climax or a very important scene, you start crying, right? You may be crying, very deeply attached. Now you see who is there here? Who is absent? Only the cinema is there. That character is there in your mind, even you are absent. Correct? When you start crying means what? You become that character. You are unable to, somebody is like scribbling, can Hariom, somebody, Surya, can you please watch? Okay, you are merging with the cinema and you are crying. So you are absent. You forget you are there in the cinema theater. That moment, suddenly you start crying, you become that character. So in the third picture, only the cinema is there, you are not there. If you use this analogy for a Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, we should understand Dharana means you are closing your eyes and focusing on an object. You are trying to meditate. Okay. In that case, the disturbance will come. You are there. Whichever object you are keeping for meditation, that object is there. The disturbances are there. This is the preparation. When you start closing and start practicing like this, one day you will get into meditation. When you get into meditation, the disturbances are not there. Only you are there and the object is there. When you proceed in this for many, many years, one day or many, many births, one day you will get into Samadhi. Samadhi means you are fully absent. Only the object is there. Whichever object you are meditating, you become that. This is called Samadhi. So why Samadhi seems to be very higher status? In Samadhi, you will get complete understanding of the reality. Complete and correct understanding of the object happens. Suppose you are meditating, keeping your God picture, your God's picture. If you start meditating, if you enter into Samadhi, you will get complete knowledge, experiential knowledge about what is God and all those things. This is what happens in Samadhi. Normally, classically, we always, many commentators compare this dharana, concentration, with the flow of water. You know, water is not uniform. Water is disturbed by air. This is called dharana. Dhyana means no disturbance. Flow of oil, like how oil flows very uniformly. This is dhyana. Samadhi means merging with the object of focus. So 17th and 18th Sutra talks about different types of Samadhi. The 17th Sutra talks about something called a lower Samadhi or Sabija Samadhi. 18th Sutra talks about higher Samadhi. This is called Sabija or Sampragnata Samadhi. The 18th Sutra talks about the other Samadhi. That means Asampragnata Samadhi. These are names. So this chart will help you to find the overview of Samadhi. Because Samadhi alone, we can little go deeper. It takes 1 to 1.5 hours to explain completely about Samadhi. We'll see just an overview. So types of Samadhi, 2 types of Samadhi. Sampragnata Samadhi, Asampragnata Samadhi. These are the major 2 types, okay? This means the Sampragnata Samadhi or Sabija means you need an object to meditate. We are seeing God by picture only, right? Can you see a formless God? Not possible. So initially with form. Similarly, you keep any form and start meditating. When you reach Samadhi, that is called Sabija or Sampragnata Samadhi. If you reach a Samadhi without any form, like you are meditating the formless God, then that is called the higher Samadhi, Asampragnata Samadhi. In this Sabija Samadhi, you have 4 broader categories and 4 subcategories. 4 broader categories means Vitarka Samadhi, Vichara Samadhi, Ananda, and Asmitarupa. These are the 4 names of Samadhi. Vitarka means gross Samadhi. Gross, outer Samadhi. In outer Samadhi, you have level 1, level 2. We are not going to discuss. If time permits at the end, we can take questions or come to the Samadhi. Otherwise, it's a very deeper topic. Vichara means subtle Samadhi, subtler level. which you cannot perceive now, which will come to perception later. That also has two categories called Savichara, Nirvichara. So you say level 1, level 2, Savitarka, Nirvitarka, level 3, level 4, Savichara, Nirvichara. When you experience these samadhi, you will get into Ananda. So Ananda and Asmita Rupa are the blissful states, which are the consequences or the benefits of undergoing Vitarka and Vichara. When you undergo this level 1 to 4, you will get Ananda and Asmita Rupa, the blissful states. Ananda is blissful state, Asmita Rupa is the more blissful state or the most blissful state. If you cross all these things, you get into a samadhi called Asampragnata Samadhi. Now here what you will get access to intuition. Please browse, you will be knowing what is intuition. Intuition means without using your mind, you take a decision, right? We say this is a gut feeling. The gut feeling means it comes from your heart, not from your logical mind. So you gain that access to intuition. So if you have intuition, you will come to know anything. You don't need to see that or perceive that through your senses. Without my 5 senses, I can perceive the entire universe. This is called intuition. This happens in higher samadhi. To get into this higher or asampragnata samadhi, you need to practice and cross this sampragnata samadhi. So next question is, okay, is everything, everybody gets this samadhi? What will happen
to... see the full screen, sir.
Is it?
We couldn't see the full screen.
Anybody? You're not seeing the full screen?
Full screen, because
we are seeing full screen, sir. No issues.
No, the thing is, in my laptop, the people's name and their this thing is, so I couldn't see the screen fully, hence I disturbed.
There is a one small icon will be there on the photo, ma'am. You can reduce that. So other people will reduce. I think everyone, other people, they get agree.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So now what happens? Next question is, what about the yogis? Will they have to do practice? We have seen if you do practice and detachment, you will reach samadhi. What about the born yogis like Ramana Maharishi and all those people? They are born here. From childhood onwards, they are yogi. What about those practice? We are going to see here. The question is, what about those people? So the answer is, for those people who are born as yogis, no need to do any practice. They will take care of themselves. You don't need to go and teach them. You practice this, practice that. When they are child onwards, they will start experiencing yoga, experiencing samadhi, all those things. You may ask a question, how come they are so fortunate? They got into samadhi from very childhood onwards? Because they did all their practice in previous birth. Many births, they did all their sadhana. This birth, they're born as a yogi. So for them, you don't need to discipline them by saying the practice. They will find their own way. Okay, for others, is only abhyasam vairagyam. Practice detachment is okay, or do we need to follow anything? The question, the master says, yes, you can follow something called Shraddha, faith. Faith means utmost belief. You strongly believe. Nobody can break the belief. You strongly believe, your practice will help you to reach the destination. When you have that kind of faith, Shraddha, your practice will give a lot more benefit. This is mentioned in 20th Sutra. The next question is, if I do regularly practice, when will I reach the goal master? Is it not all our question? If I do regularly yoga, I'm doing for past 2 years, when will I reach? We will ask question. So that's a question. If I do practice regularly, when will I reach the goal master? The answer mentioned in the sutra is, the sutra says, the more intense the faith and the effort, the closer the goal. If you put more practice, if you put more effort, you will reach the goal faster. If you have less practice, if you do, the goal is far away. Then he asks, sometimes I'm intense, I'm doing more sadhana, sometimes I'm not putting that much effort. What to do, master? What is the way? Can I reach the goal? He says, the intensity varies. Like somebody is walking, somebody is jogging, somebody is running. If you want to cover a 10-kilometer distance, if you ask, when will I reach? If you are walking, you may take 2 hours. If you are jogging, you may reach in 1 hour. If you are running, you can reach in 15-20 minutes or half an hour. So the same answer. The Guru says the distance of the goal is according to your level of intensity. If you are an intense sadhaka, if you dedicate more of your life into yogic practices, the destination, the samadhi, dhyana, samadhi, mukti, everything will come very fast. Otherwise, it will come little slow. So you can see here, practice and detachment, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 13, 14 is about the practice. What is practice? How to do the practice? 15, 16 talked about samadhi we have seen. Then 17, 18 is what we have seen now, with Shraddha, the faith, and the different levels, how to reach. We have seen in 19, we have seen 19, 20, 21, 22. 17, 18 talked about samadhi, and 19 about no practice for born yogi. 20, 21, 22 talks about Shraddha. We have put Shraddha here. Now we are going to get into a different topic altogether. Now, practice and detachment is required for people who follow Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and all those things. There is one more path called devotion, Bhakti Yoga. So, the disciple says, Master, it is very difficult for me to practice, and detachment is further difficult. Do I have any other way? The Master says, if you have devotion, please nurture the devotion. If you have devotion, that means if you can surrender to God, then that is also a fantastic way. Now we should understand the devotion cannot be practiced. Correct? Can you practice devotion? Somebody is also going temple. I will also go to temple. If I go to temple, will I get the devotion? Devotion comes only you are overflowing with your gratitude. If you say 10 times thanks to God, really from heart, for whatever you have, then devotion will naturally come. You cannot practice devotion. Somebody go to the temple, they cry, right? So I will also cry. Will I get the feeling? Crying is a consequence of what is happening inside. I feel so much gratitude inside, it comes in the form of tears. Similarly, if you feel you are so fortunate, you have come in a human form, you have all these five, the indriyas all working, you are perfectly healthy today, you have food to eat, you have shelter to reside, you have cloth to wear, you have all the amenities. If you are grateful to the God every moment, the devotion will come. There are certain people who have strength of this devotion. So they can use their devotion to reach samadhi. So the next question is, what is God? When he says, you please surrender yourself to God, Ishvara Pranidhana, that's a Sanskrit word. When you surrender, the question is, who is God? So Patanjali gives definition of the God, the three qualities of God, 24, 25, 26. All the three sutras he says, the first quality of Ishvara, second quality of Ishvara, and third quality of Ishvara. Because somebody says you believe in God, you go to temple, a kid will ask, who is God? What he has? So in 24th Sutra, he says, God is one who is free from all the impurities. We have a lot of impurities in our mind, right? God doesn't have any impurities. He is free from all those things. We say klesha means impurities, karma means the action. The impurities will get into action. Action will make further impurities. Somebody who is not into the cycle of klesha karma or impurities. This is first quality. Second quality is the God is one who is the seed of all knowledge. That means he knows everything. The third is, he says, God is eternal. He was there, he is there, he will be there. He is the guru for all the gurus. He is there in the past, present, and future. That means that which exists everywhere, all the time, is Ishvara. Can we ascertain these qualities to any person, human being? Not possible, right? This can only God have. So these are the qualities mentioned as qualities of God in the Yoga Sutras. So this is for the sadhaka who is asking, what is God? The next question is naturally, what is his name, right? When you say this is a God, this is the qualities of God, the question is, what is his name, master? Then the sutra says, the name of the God is Pranava. Pranava means the Om, the mantra Om. So there is again a lot of deeper insight to it. For a simple understanding, Om is the base of all creation. because sound is the base of all creation. Now, if you say, what is that exists everywhere is space. But if you go inside space and see, the vibration is the base of everything. Now, modern science says they don't talk about matter nowadays. They say everything is vibration. There is no you and me. We all exist in the form of vibration. That's what in our ancient texts we always say everything is sound. That means wherever vibration, there is sound. Wherever there is sound, naturally there is vibration. So we say sound as the base of creation. And we say Om. A, U, Ma. You say these three, A, U, Ma, which is the base of everything. Whatever I'm talking now, I can only pronounce without my tongue. If you see, without my tongue, I can say A, I can say U, I can say These three only I can do without tongue. What I am doing, I am only uttering three sounds, but my tongue is dancing in between, creating a lot of words. So this Om or Om, this seems to be the base of everything. So the sutra says Pranava Mantra. This Om is his name, God's name. How to utter his name? Next question. Can I say Om? He says, if you utter the Pranava Mantra with utmost gratitude, understanding, and with a proper attitude, then that brings wonders to you. That will create magic around you. He said, you should not just utter. That means you have to repeat that word. That means he's talking about japa. Japa means repeating the mantra. Repetitive utterance of mantra becomes japa. If you do japa using Om with a proper understanding and attitude, it will take you beyond. He says, what happens if I do japa? You're taking beyond. What is the benefit of doing japa? The master says, if you do japa, all your obstacles will go. Now we should understand, what is that stopping us? All the obstacles, right? If the obstacles are removed, I can just freely do whatever I want to do. The God will not come and spoon feed. The God will remove the obstacles. When the obstacles are removed, I will do whatever I want to do. So all the obstacles will be removed. So 27 talks about pranava, 28 about japa, 29 about benefit of japa. That means removing obstacles. So now we are completing here the path of devotion, the blue color. From 23 to 29, we have finished. Now this extends to 30. Now we have finished with obstacles. So what are obstacles? The next question is, okay, master, you're telling these obstacles will be removed. What are these obstacles? He's mentioning 9 obstacles. Illness or sickness, dullness, doubt, lack of foresight or negligence, laziness, restlessness, wrong perception, corruption in perception, lack of perseverance, okay, and regression. That means I am unable to retain what I earned, regression. These are the 9 obstacles he points out. All of us have these 9 obstacles. Either 9 or 8 or 7, whatever be the combination or whatever be the numbers, all our obstacles comes under this 9, which is stopping us. See, I want to get up morning at 4 o'clock. But what is stopping me? I'm keeping alarm 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock the alarm comes up, I just snooze it. Again snooze it till 6 o'clock. It is me who wanted to get up at 4 o'clock. Who is stopping the alarm? It is me. Now you tell me, who is stopping? Who is, what is the problem in between? The obstacle, my laziness. So if you look like this, for all our spiritual path, you have some or many or all of these 9 obstacles. Next question is, how to find master this obstacle? What are the symptoms? All the 9 obstacles will reflect in 4 symptoms. If you are looking like sorrow, you're looking in dukkha. Always you feel your mood is down. You always have negative state of mind. Then if your body tremors, that means not literally body shaking. There is no stability in your body. You can't stay in one place. You have to keep on moving. Disturbed pattern of breathing. You know, you're anxious. When you're anxious, the breath pattern, you have a shallow breathing. Whenever you're relaxed, have you checked your breath? Very deeper, very smooth breathing. Before the exam, immediately before the exam, just 10 minutes you have exam. You have very fast breathing, shallow. That means you are tensed, anxious. After the exam, have a deep breath. So these are the 4 symptoms. If you have any one of it or all of it, That means you have all these impurities. So sorrow, negative state of mind, tremors in the body, disturbed pattern of breathing. So next question is how to overcome the obstacles. Now the obstacles are shown, how to overcome it. Now Patanjali gives 8 tools. There are 2 compulsory tools and 6 optional tools. What are the 2 compulsory tools? First tool is live with one principle. You take, forget spirituality. Somebody wants to succeed in business. They should have one goal, right? I need to earn so much money. I need to do so much turnover. My office, I need to employ 1,000 people. Something they live with one goal they can attain. Similarly, in yoga, this says choose any one principle in life and live till the end. You choose any one principle like ahimsa, satya, or just I do yoga practice regularly. I do all kind of practices. You keep any goal with one principle. It'll be easy. You stick to that one so that everything will follow. What is the second thing? You should have pleasantness is mind. See, mind to be pleasant. People always say you attain peace. Peace or pleasantness is not the ultimate goal. It is the base of life. Let's say, for example, we are taking you to a buffet lunch today. After the end of Yoga Sutra class, we are going to have a buffet. Now, when you went to the buffet, we took a plate, we put all the food. We are so happy. I'm so hungry. I have a lot of my favorite food there. But the moment I put it on my plate, I got a phone call. So somebody called and said one of my friend got into an accident. What happened? My face will change like this, right? My happy face will become a painful face. Now, how will I eat the food? I will eat the food like this. I'll keep a very sorrow or painful face and eat. Now, can I enjoy the food? I am not enjoying. I'm so hungry. The food is very tasty, but I am not enjoying because my pleasantness, my mind is not having peace or pleasantness. So this peace and pleasantness are not the ultimate goal. Even to enjoy the daily food, my mind should be peaceful. So here he says you should have pleasantness in mind. When you have fixed goal, in 32nd Sutra, 33 talks about pleasantness of the mind. If you have these 2, then only you can proceed anything to life. How to have a pleasantful mind is explained in 4 words. Like you should have friendship with good people. Good means whichever direction you are going, keep that sangha, that friendship. You want to learn Yoga Sutra? Keep friendship with that kind of people. If you keep friendship with other people who talks about cinema, you cannot focus on Yoga Sutra. Your mind goes towards cinema. So keep with the right people, good sangha. Show your feel or experience or compassion towards suffering people. When people suffer, we should not say, this is your karma, this is God's will. No. When suffering people come, just show your compassion. Whichever possible way, you help. Similarly, you appreciate others' effort. You are not helping. Somebody is helping. You just stand with them. At least appreciate by heart. Somebody is doing good work. Though I am not doing, somebody is doing fantastic work. Or be equanimous. If you see something wrong is happening to the society, something unfair thing is happening, somebody is doing wrong, then what you do, you keep yourself stable. If you start boiling, you will not become a solution. You will become one more problem, right? Only if I am stable, I can find a solution. If I keep on boiling, I cannot do whatever I'm supposed to do. If you follow these things, I will have my pleasantness. When I have these 2 tools, then 6 optional tools. Then you follow any of these 6. He says, do pranayama. No, master, if I do pranayama, then my mind goes in all directions. Then the master says, if your mind goes, your senses goes in all directions, inquire the role of senses. If I'm unable to pranayama, or you start inquiring where my senses goes, what for I'm attracted, what is this getting attracted? You start inquiring it. Or you can visualize a luminous light in between your eyebrows and meditate on the light. Or you can be free from desires and attachment. Oh, how to get free from my desires and attachment? Watch someone. Suppose you are a grahastha, you are a family person, you want to get into spirituality. Watch someone already walked in the family path, already walked, he was like you. Now he has become an evolved person. He has become a yogi, or he has become a much matured person. You take inputs from him, guidance. By that guidance, you can also cross your path. That's what desires and attachment. Or you can inquire into dream and deep sleep. You know, when dream is there, sleep is not there. When you are having deep sleep, dream is not there. In dream also, it is 100% real to you, right? The dream looks so real. Only when we come out of dream, we know it is dream. So he says, inquire about what is that deep sleep, what is dream. Or finally, do meditation as you on the object, whatever you like. You like your favorite God, just meditate on your favorite God. You like your guru, meditate on your guru. So take anything as your object and start meditating. So we are not going in detail about this thing. And these are the tools, 6 optional tools. You can follow any of these tools along with 2 compulsory tools to reach meditation or samadhi. So when you do all these things, when you use all the tools, you enter into samadhi. The samadhi already glimpse he has shown. Now we'll see what is exactly the samadhi, the benefits of samadhi. 40 and 41, actually 40 to 51. These many sutras talks about samadhi. 40 and 41 talks about benefits of samadhi. What is 40? It says when you get into samadhi, you will understand even the smallest of smallest, a very simple thing and a very complex thing. You can understand an atom, you can understand the universe also. That much power you will get if you get into samadhi. That means like elephant. Elephant can take 1 rupee coin from the ground, or elephant can uproot a tree also. So 2 things elephant can do, right? Like this, you become very powerful. You can understand an atom also. You can understand the universe also. So if you proceed, you will reach the climax of samadhi. When you reach the climax of samadhi, the mind becomes so pure, it becomes like a transparent crystal. That means what? Am I not now transparent crystal? Now we have a colored mind. I have my point of view. You have your point of view. Somebody has somebody's point of view. Everybody see the world in our point of view. We are not seeing the world the way it is. Correct? I may see through a green color. I will say the world is green. This is right, this is wrong. I put my own bias. You may have your red color glass. You will say the world is red. You will have your likes and dislikes. But we both are wrong, right? Both are having our glass. If we remove this glass and put a plain glass, then we will see the world the way it is. That is what will happen in samadhi. All my impurities in the mind will go. The mind becomes crystal clear. When the mind becomes crystal clear, and the mind is capable of understanding an atom to universe, these are the 2 benefits of samadhi. Now, after that, he starts explaining every samadhi. We have seen this thing, right? Savitarka, Nirvitarka, Savichara, Nirvichara. These are the 4 steps we have seen. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. When you do across all this 11, 4, you get into, it's like you are stepping one by one. Finally, you are going to jump into the swimming pool. The jumping is called as Asampragnata Samadhi. Jumping is Asampragnata Samadhi. When you reach the swimming pool, that is called Nirbija Samadhi. One more new Samadhi. When you get Nirbija Samadhi, that is called liberation. That means you attain moksha. You left your body, you go there, you got ultimate freedom. You will not come back. A yogi attained mukti. He will not come back. That is what is called as Nirbija Samadhi. That samadhi which happens just before Nirbija Samadhi is called Asampragnata Samadhi. So you don't need to remember. If you are little, for the beginners, it will be too difficult. Just we are seeing glimpse, of overview. So in 42nd Sutra, he talks about the level 1, Savitarka Samadhi. This sutra is dedicated only to Savitarka. That means the level 1 Samadhi. In 43, he talks about level 2 Samadhi, Nirvitarka Samadhi. In 44, it talks about Savichara and Nirvichara Samadhi. That means level 3 and 4. The level 4 I have not put it. So you can add this level 4 to it, level 3 and 4. So then he says, in all the level 1, 2, 3 and 4, which is the highest? 4 is highest, right? He says the level 4, Nirvichara Samadhi, is the highest. By attaining Nirvichara Samadhi, you can understand the seed of the creation. from where the creation started, that seed. If you want to understand the tree, you can see the picture here. You can see a banyan tree here. If you are a research scientist, if you want to understand banyan tree, you will understand initially the leaves, the trunk, and the branches, all those things. Finally, you will understand up to the seed. So understanding up to the seed, the core of it is called Nirvichara Samadhi. Now, what is there inside the seed? Inside the seed, you have the life, right? The life. The life is invisible. You cannot understand, right? So this is, that's why this is called Sabija Samadhi. These 4 levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, helps you to understand up to the seed. What is inside the seed, the life form, that you will understand later in the Asampragnata Samadhi. So now I got understanding. Up to Nirvichara Samadhi means I understood up to the seed. That means I get all the knowledge up to this level. Then 46th Sutra says, don't think you attained the highest Samadhi. These are Sabija Samadhis, or Samadhi with seed. This do not give freedom from life and death. Because many times a yogi reaches a point, he thinks he has attained. No, it is only halfway. You have to go further. So, this is not, this Samadhi, though this is a higher, very high Samadhi, it will not give you freedom from life and death. That means you have not reached Mukti. In 47th Sutra, he says, now you start traveling from Nirvichara to higher Samadhi, the final Asampragnata and Nirbija. So he says, this higher Samadhi, what you reach level 4, will help you to see your own self. It is like standing on the mountain looking at the ground. Earlier you are inside your home, you can see only your home. Now you reach the mountain, that means you can see the entire town. That power will come. When you attain this, you move further from Nirvichara Samadhi. That time your consciousness, every cell of your body and mind, whatever is there in your experience, is filled with truth and wisdom. Whatever the real truth about God, about creation, you will be filled with it. When you are filled with truth, you can see things without your eyes. You can hear things without your ears. Without using your senses, you can understand everything. This very high state. It is indirectly, it says Asampragnata Samadhi. So you will get ultimate power. You will get all the powers to get into anywhere, wherever you want. This we call as Siddhis. Siddhis means supernatural power. You will gain when you do all the Samadhi. This the supernatural power, wipes out all other impression. Your old samskaras, vasanas, karma, everything is gone. Now only this ultimate power is there. Now finally he says, even if you throw this ultimate power, then only you will attain Nirbija Samadhi or Mukti. So it is like this. Somebody made you the prime minister or king of a country. You see, you go and sat there as a king. Then you said, I don't like it. I don't need it. You resign the post of the king. You say, I don't need as a king. You throw the king post in the dustbin. Now you enter into a state called Nirbija Samadhi or Mukti. This is like jumping to a bottomless pit. No, you should have a lot of guts to jump. Like this, the transition happens. So if we see here in the flow chart, here 40-41 Samadhi. 40-41 talks about the benefits of Samadhi, and from 42 to 50 talks about in detail about each and every Samadhi. So we know we have not done justification by putting the Samadhi Pada in a 1 hour session, but there is no way to touch. At least now people, the participant will know, like, these are the topics covered. That's the aim of this session. So now open to questions. Anybody wants any question? Please ask. Yes, Lakshana, please.
Yeah, namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Sir, I have a question. In your initial slides, it was written, mind is the cause of all sufferings. But like understanding whatever you explained, isn't vrittis the cause of sufferings? Like
Vrittis,
samskaras, impressions of mind.
exactly. Vrittis constitutes the mind? The mind, what we say is the collection of vrittis and much beyond. If we say like chitta, we say. If we say chitta, chitta means mind. But mind has all the vrittis. But beyond vrittis, there is mind. Now we are telling about the mind with vrittis, because when we talk about chitta, there is a one, I understand your question, because there is major part of the mind beyond these vrittis. But that is not in my experience now. Now my experience is that part of the mind where the vrittis are happening. So I say the problem with the mind. You know, people, the modern science says we use only 8 to 10% of our mind. I think Einstein also used 10% or 12%. What about that balance 88%? Nobody knows. That is not under our access. We never accessed it. So we are not talking about that mind. We are talking about the visible mind where all the activities are going. So in a way, what you say is right. When you talk about the real mind, we cannot say as mind. But here, to all our experiences, wherever the vrittis are there, only there we are living. So we are talking about this mind.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Sir, I have another question. Like, we read about the obstacles, right? So one obstacle was like one thing, like to achieve the goal, we need willingness also, or eagerness. It was written eagerness / willingness. So if one has weak willpower, what does one do to overcome that?
What is the weak? What is it?
Willpower. If the willpower is weak, then what can we do? Because one knows the goal, but the willpower is weak. Then what can be done?
Fine. So suppose you say me today, please leave coffee. Will I leave coffee? No. Today, suppose if I get heart attack, okay, I go to a doctor. He gave medicine and I'm back. The doctor says, if you drink coffee, you will. If you drink coffee, then you will again increase the chance of your attack. Tomorrow, will I drink coffee or leave?
Depends on the person. I have seen many people leaving the coffee, many people still choosing to drink the coffee.
If I drink a coffee, if I get a heart attack, this is what the doctor says. Now, will I think about having coffee? I'm asking. So that situation. I will not, right? Because doctors threaten me. It happens really. Suppose people are smoking, they say if you continue your smoking, even if you take one cigarette, you will get heart attack. If this says, though I am addicted, the fear will come. Or sincerity will come, the seriousness will come. Both will help me to remove this. Or like you said, people still take. That's what people do, right? People misuse life. Even they cross that limit, they spoil themselves. The death will come. But many of us will come because why the seriousness is not there? Because I don't know the reality. I think my addiction is my life. What I know is life. The life is much beyond. I know people who left smoking just seen a documentary film or just read a book. Many people change their habit by seeing their friend or got one health problem. There are people have wisdom. They can do it. If the seriousness is not there, we need to bring. What for this life? If you start questioning, what for this life? Why I'm unable to get the permanent happiness? You start questioning, then naturally seriousness will come. And seriousness is not coming means my mind is not following my instruction. That's why yogic techniques are there. Do asana, do pranayama, do chanting, follow anything. Now slowly you will control your mind. Now you don't want to drink coffee. The mind will say, okay, I will not drink coffee.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you. Another doubt I have is I didn't understand fully apara vairagyam and para vairagyam. Like apara vairagyam, I understood being free from all these lower desires like eating habits or mobile and other images that were shown. Para vairagyam, I'm still not clear with.
So if the mind, scientifically we'll say, like a modern science, they say 10% is what you're using your mind, 90% you never touched. Actually, that is a real mind. If you go there, you can know many things. This is what modern science says. Suppose you leave your 10% mind and get into 90% mind. This you can see as analogy as Paravairagya. That means leaving what you know and trying to get experience of what you do not know. It's very difficult to imagine. It takes a lot of time. Otherwise, I can spend. Maybe you please call me after the session anytime. We'll have a discussion on this.
Sure, sir. And there was a course on Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Like,
Yes.
how can we get the details for it if we want to do the entire course? Because this is just a summary level, right? And
Yeah. This is a
if we want
25
to get,
session in 1.5 hours. 1 hour. Literally not even 1.5 hours.
yeah,
We
so if
will
you want to
do
get
3
into
levels.
details.
Yeah. So I'll give you. You can message me. My number, I'll just
I have your
920.
number. Yeah.
So please message me. I'll send you the detail. So this is a 6 months course. How we are doing is here is first 3 levels, 3 different levels we'll cover this Patanjali Yoga Sutra course, 6 months course. First level is only the flowchart. We'll discuss only the flowchart, not going deeper. After that, we will have 7 to 8 hours of just 2 lines, 3 lines about each sutra. Then the final level 3, we'll take each sutra word by word. We'll have a sutra, then we'll have word by word meaning. We will go through the commentaries and lot of examples for each sutra. So when you cross 3 level, it acts as a revision and you will understand the essence. This is how we do. And there's a compulsory question and answer session. If somebody asks question, we answer it, then only move. It's not like we skip it and move.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, ma'am, please, Pushpana.
I want to ask you, you told that in Dharana, there are obstacles and then we focus. In Dhyan, there are no obstacles. Means in yoga, I'm conducting classes, I'm medical doctor. So I wanted to ask you, whenever I tell them that we have to focus now, but they always have this question. Still, we don't know what is the difference between Dharana and Dhyan. So I want to ask you now.
Perfect. Very, very good question. Because what sweet you like, ma'am? You like any sweet? What sweet you like? Sweet?
What?
Sweet. What sweet you like? Sweet.
Sweet. Oh, I like halwa. Halwa.
Suppose I never tasted halwa. Suppose I never tasted halwa. Now, please tell me, you have eaten halwa. Please tell me how you tasted your halwa. So that I will also get a taste.
Sweet. It's a sweet. Sweet and with fragrance.
Okay. Then?
Pleasant. I'm feeling very happy.
Very good. So this I will imagine my own sweet. My own sweet, whatever I know. Suppose I know laddu. The laddu is also very tasty. So happy. But laddu and halwa, huge difference. So we should understand one thing. We can never transfer our experience into words. Never. Not only simple halwa, simple sweet you cannot transfer. You are in a beach, you are enjoying the breeze. If you call me and tell me, will I enjoy the breeze? No, it is your experience. We can never transfer our experience to words. So what we say in meditation means it has to happen. We cannot do the meditation. When you do dharana, when you practice dharana, focusing on an object, now again, focus people think it is concentration with effort. Actually, it is without effort. That's a whole technique how to do dharana. So focusing on an object without putting your own effort, without pressurizing, if you keep on, one day suddenly you will get into a meditative state. If somebody asks what state, you will say it's a very blissful state, but you cannot explain. You will not explain. You cannot explain. It is impossible. And in that state, the disturbance may be there, but you are in your experience, there is no disturbance. Somebody may be talking around me, but I will not feel the disturbance because I'm totally engrossed with the object of focus. So nothing to worry about meditation. Take care of dharana, meditation will flower one day. It's like I want a fruit, mango fruit. Can I look up the tree and start asking fruit will not come? If I nurture the root, if I put the water, if I put manure, take care of it, one day the mango will fall on my head, whether I like it or not. So in meditation, we should not worry about why meditation is not happen, when it will happen. No, nothing to worry. Do dharana based on my samskaras, vasanas, kleshas, whatever it is, based on my mind, slowly it gets clean. One day I will slip to dhyana.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I have one question. Why Samadhi Pada is the first stage? It was also shown as steps. You said it's the highest state that we achieve, and even in Ashtanga Yoga, it's the last stage, right? After all the 7 steps, the 8th step.
So Samadhi Pada is for a little more evolved people, matured minds who can do sadhana, who can do abhyasa, vairagyam, many things. Sadhana Pada is for little less evolved. Somebody said, I cannot sit in one place. My work is my God. If they have that kind of compulsion in life, that is for sadhana. So sadhana is for the beginners. Samadhi is for much evolved people. And in Samadhi, they say in Samadhi Pada, it starts from yoga and it finishes in Nirbija Samadhi. It is complete on its own. Though for analogy, we want to see like if you attain something, if you do practice mentioned in Samadhi Pada, you will gain vibhutis. Though I cannot put that as a step, somehow we need to visualize what are these 4 chapters. That's why we have put it. Otherwise, Samadhi Pada itself is a complete path on its own.
Sir, I didn't get the temple image that you showed, right? Still, like if it's the
That's not
highest.
the entry. Yeah, Samadhi Pada is the entry and the destination. Both are Samadhi Pada. Ma'am. But when you enter into Samadhi Pada, there itself you will get Vibhuti, then Kaivalyam. Everything will happen. But analogy is just to give a superficial understanding. So we have just put it there. Otherwise, Samadhi Pada actually should not be shown as step. But somehow we need to grasp people to grasp when they come as a beginner. So we gave that.
And sir, why was Sadhana Pada as the exit step?
Not exit. That is also entry. You can enter through sadhana or samadhi pada based on how much we are evolved. If sadhana pada suits me, I can follow sadhana pada. If samadhi pada suits me, I can follow samadhi pada.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Got it.
Sir, I have a question on dhyana, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So when we sit on dhyana, generally we see a lot of thoughts moving into our mind and going out. So as a third party observer, am I to watch the thoughts, or I should start judging the thoughts? They say don't judge the thoughts, watch the thoughts. How long can we do that, and when do we move into dharana? At what point the mind moves into dharana?
Are you following any practice, specific practice for meditation?
So if that post potential
Do you follow any specific practice?
No, I have not been following any practice. It is just that what is the difference between dhyana and dharana? I mean, at what point does it move? Do we just sit on dhyana and then move into dharana, or does it take a longer period of time? That is my question.
It takes a longer period of time. So as per even Ashtanga Yoga also, first we should follow yama niyama to whatever possible extent. Asana we have to do. No, it's very, very interesting to note asana. When you say asana, when I do asana, what is the difference between asana and exercise? In asana, I'm keeping my mind here. I'm not listening to music and doing, right? When I keep my mind, let's say you are doing Tadasana. Everybody knows Tadasana?
Yes, sir.
Can you do Tadasana by closing your eyes? You cannot do. You will fall down. It's a balancing asana. You have to keep your eyes open. Now, that's what we are doing in every asana. Every asana, your mind should be there. You cannot listen to a song and do, and you have to follow your breath. You know, when you follow your breath and you keep your mind here, your focus, attention is fully here. This itself is dharana. This itself is a good practice of dharana. That's why they always say, people say, don't give even pranayama to beginners. Give asana only to beginners. Let them gain mastery over asana. Then you slowly introduce pranayama, then to pratyahara, then to dharana. How to gain dharana? Focus, start doing the lower thing. Yoga Nidra will help beautifully well to get your senses, withdrawing your senses. So you practice Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is an exclusive pratyahara technique. You can withdraw the sense using Yoga Nidra. It's a recorded thing. You can just play it and just lie down in Shavasana. But very, very effective. When you do all these things, now you can focus the object in dharana. The moment now you close your eyes and focus, within few seconds, your mind goes in 100 direction. Is that true?
Yes.
Even if it goes in 100 direction, are you able to come back again? Not after a long time. Every moment you are there, but disturbance is also there. That is dharana. No, I sat closing my eyes open. Within 2 minutes, I went somewhere. Then I came here. Now it is only imagination. We should not do dharana. Why we should try? Because the lower thing is not perfect. Do yoga nidra, no problem there. So when you cover asana, pranayama, and yoga nidra, pratyahara, if you cover, then we get eligibility to do dharana. Otherwise, dharana, if you close your eyes, only imagination will happen. So when imagination is there, still you are aware, you are sitting and trying to do meditation. If that awareness is there, that is dharana. After some time, everything will go, the dhyana will happen suddenly. Suddenly you feel 1 hour just gone. You are there, the object is there. You are not imagined. You are not got lost in your thought. You know you are meditating, you are with full awareness, but 1 hour passed like few minutes. Now you touch dhyana.
Okay, sir. Yeah, very well explained. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I had a doubt.
Yes, sir. You're not audible, sir. Jagdish, sir. Can you come a little closer and ask question?
Am I now audible?
Yeah, little audible. Yeah, please.
So, this meditation thing, I had a doubt about it. So you said that you minus your thoughts, it's your originality. So the thing I meditation with the imagine of a god or imagine of an object, we can still meditate. Beginners will start with some object or some imagine a god in your Agnya. So that is a thought, or it's a tool to meditate. I had a doubt in it.
Perfect. That is a thought. So what we talk about the meditation means, the first thing is, sir, I'll just muting you because there's a mic noise is coming. You unmute and ask. So what
Sir,
we are
can
talking
you repeat the question, please? Can you repeat the question?
So the question is, I am imagining my God, I'm visualizing my God, I'm meditating. You are telling the mind is beyond your thought. Meditation will happen beyond the thought. But whatever I'm visualizing in between my eyebrows, my God's form, is it not my thought? That's the question. So to this, what we should do is, the first thing we should understand, there is a mind called buddhi. In our mind, there is one part of the mind called buddhi or intellect. What intellect will do? Intellect will ask question. What is this? What is that? What is this? It will compare with many things and give you an answer. This intellectual mind will keep it away. When you do meditation, close your eyes and let the image comes in between your eyebrows, like what Jagdish sir is doing. When you do that, first thing is, do not try to think. Your questioning mind should go. Because the moment the questioning mind is on, you cannot be with your object. It will say whether this object is like that, or what happened to my office, what happened to this. All kind of thoughts will go. First, the intellectual mind should go. If the intellectual mind goes, there is other part of the mind called only the memory will be there. Whatever you store, that is also part of mind. So first, make the intellect to go. When you sit for meditation, other area, definitely intellect should be there. Other area of mind is called manas, we say. Manas means that part of the mind which stores all the information. Whatever my eye sees, my ears hear, whatever my 5 senses, it is stored in a place called manas. There only information is the data. Only that data will be interrupted by this buddhi. Buddhi can interfere only in that data. Buddhi will go and collect, okay, this data is better, that is better. It will compare and give you, whereas without buddhi, only data will be there. Now, what we are saying is, you go behind this data also. Behind this data, something is called chitta. That is also a part of mind. There, no thoughts, no memories, nothing will be there. Initially, you may have your thought, your God in your Agna chakra, you imagine and go. But after some time, you will get into a thoughtless state. You will reach that, you will get access to that part of the mind called the chitta, where there is no memory, no logical thinking, nothing. That is having direct connection with the divine. And once you experience there, then that is where the dhyana and samadhi will happen. Samadhi means you are exactly into that chitta. So when we say in Yoga Sutra, the mind means we talk about this chitta. The chitta is a larger part. Inside the chitta, the whole, the real mind, you have buddhi, manas, ahamkara. That means my memory, my logical mind, my intellect, and something called ahamkara. Ahamkara, it takes a lot of time to explain. The identity. Whatever identity you take, I am a male, I am a female, I am a teacher, I am an engineer. No, all those identity will be there. So chitta is a much bigger one. This buddhi, ahamkar, manas is a very small one. What we are saying is you use the form initially and try to jump from this smaller area to the bigger of chitta. That will happen actually. We don't need to work. This is what is going to happen. But initially you need a form. That is your thought. True. But when you get into samadhi, you will not be there. You will be crossing all the boundaries.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you are referring to the chitta, na? One part which is there with the buddhi, ahankara, everything. Is it the same thing which chitta vritti narodaha that chitta refers?
Which place you are living? Which state you are living in?
Chennai.
Chennai.
Chennai, sir.
So can I say Chennai is India? I can say
No.
that. It is in India.
Yeah, Chennai is in India. That's what
I can say. So Tamil Nadu is in India, wherever I can say. So India is like the, let's say the whole world is chitta. But I live in Chennai. This is also chitta, I can say. The whole world is chitta means I am also chitta, but what I live in a place called Chennai. So this is why the vrittis form a smaller part of the actual mind. But that smaller part is what my experience is now. So since my experience, I am there only, it says chitta vritti nirodha. If I remove this, I will jump. I will jump into the actual chitta, which is so pure. But I am into this small area, defined area. My mind has a lot of vrittis are there. You try to still it up, then you break the boundary, you get into the ocean. The ocean is chitta, always very calm. It's divine. So since we are here where all the ripples are happening, a small part of a bigger lake, or small part of ocean where the waves are there, we are telling you stop the waves. You just calm yourself. Like that we are saying, by doing that, we are breaking our boundary and jumping into the divine thing. So we are talking about where we are. Wherever we are, the chitta vrittis are there. We want to eliminate that so that you get into a actual chitta.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, does it mean that chitta is consists of manas, buddhi, and vriddhis? Chitta consists everything. All these three is a part of chitta.
Vrittis are part of manas. So vrittis will not be separately. Buddhi, ahamkar, manas. These three are part of chitta. Buddhi, ahamkar, manas.
Okay. So chitta is a part of manas. Into the manas.
Chitta is a bigger part inside the chitta.
Vriddhis are part of manas. I mistook it. Vriddhis are
part of manas. You can say either manas or because vrittis are the waves created by buddhi, manas, ahamkar. These three create a lot of waves. Agitation. That you can call as vritti. And you have less vritti means your buddhi is also calm, your mind is also very clean, and your ahamkara is also very clear. Means you are purifying these three. After that, if you break the vrittis, means you are breaking the boundary, you are merging one with chitta.
So it is where the vriddhis is where we have to work on. So you work on the vriddhis, everything is settled down. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Sir, I have another doubt.
Yes, sir.
You said that after meditation, you will get the thoughtless state.
What state, sir?
The thoughtless. So I can experience the thoughtless state, but I can't able to sustain it. So I can experience to. I think it's below the 2 minutes. So
no, you are able to access the thoughtless state.
I can able to access the thoughtless state, but I can't able to withstand it. So I just witnessing my thought. It's going beyond, and in some point it just came into the thoughtless state, but it can't able to go beyond that. It's just consisting some time. After the time limit, it just I have another thought what I'm doing. So I'm picturing that. So it's a thought. So I'm thinking that I want to be a thoughtless, but that is also a thought. I just feel that in that way.
So when you open your eyes, when you start living here, you cannot be thoughtless. Only during meditation, yes, you can try to be thoughtless. Of course, I'm not the right person to to explain about the stages. You can call me separately. I'll give our Swamiji's number because I never meditated. So I know only the understanding. I'm in a very, very, the lower level. So I never touched it. Though I know theoretically, whatever it is, I never practice meditation. So what you're talking about is the experiential thing. Only our Swamiji can give. Please talk to me, message me. I can, because this is an experiential thing, which I'm not the right person to guide.
Sir, one more doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, this Samprajñata Samadhi is the seedless seed meditation, correct, sir? With the seed we are doing. Then it
Yes,
goes to the Asamprajñata Samadhi, which is it a seedless, or which goes into the Nirbija Samadhi, which is a seedless, sir?
This from Samprajñata, there are two ways to think. From Samprajñata, you jump to Asamprajñata.
Yes, sir.
So two ways they will say. When you do Samprajñata Samadhi, like Savitarka, Nirvitarka, Savichara, Nirvichara, in between you get flashes of Asamprajñata Samadhi. This is all Swami Satyananda's commentary. One day, if you practice, this flashes will become permanent. Suddenly, you will jump to Asamprajñata totally.
Which is a permanent one, sir? Is it a permanent one?
Nothing is permanent. Only permanent thing is self-realization. Asamprajñata Samadhi is also temporary. Normally, the commentators say, person in the last Janma, they will get into Asamprajñata. For example, Ramana Maharishi. He lived the whole life in Asamprajñata Samadhi. The whole life. No? And that is the last life. End of the thing, they will attain Samadhi. They will never come back. So once, if you are very close, you removed all your karma, samskaras, everything, then the final quota, final karma is given to you. You come here only to spend that one. That will be your last birth. In that birth, you will exist in Asamprajñata Samadhi. When that birth is over, that's all. You will never come back. End of that birth, you will attain Nirbija Samadhi. That's all. The moksha is attained.
So we cannot say it is a objectless, correct, sir?
It is objectless only. It is objectless only. I'm telling people when they exist, because yes,
it is a continuous objectless samadhi which the people will be living.
Exactly. See, that's why they don't talk about God. You ask those people, they say you do practice. Because no form. See, Ramana Maharishi always say like you inquire. Who is that asking question? To whom the question comes. It goes like that. So it is because he says simply close your eyes and ask who is asking question. No object there. If you keep on asking, then you have to go towards your Purusha, your soul or Atma, which is you cannot imagine. So, but Asamprajñata Samadhi, if somebody experience in between little time, that's a objectless Samadhi.
Okay, we can get it in the in between, but it is a longer period is the Asamprajñata Samadhi, which leads to the final stage, that is
yeah, we don't need to worry about whenever if you start doing the lower level, the higher level will naturally come.
But so as if you have explained that Samprajñata Samadhi then goes to the Asamprajñata Samadhi and then it comes to the Nirbija Samadhi, correct, sir? That's what the stages.
That's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes.
Okay, that's what I have. Thank you.
So my phone number is mentioned here in my name, 98403-94093. Anybody wants to ask any question, like anytime, you can always reach us. And anybody wants to understand about our Yoga Sutra course, which are starting from 11th, next Monday onwards. It will be Mondays and Thursdays, 8 to 9:30 p.m. in the night only. So you can finish your dinner before 8 to 9:30. We can have a class. It will extend 5 to 6 months. We'll give all the study material, not whatever we show in the slide, but whatever, all the sutras, word by word meaning, commentaries, most of the thing, whatever is required, we'll be giving the material. And we will also give a recording. Whatever class happens, that day class we will record and we will post it in the group so that 6 months, all those recordings will be there. You can anytime go through it because philosophy, we need to learn continuously. It takes a lot of time. So it will be useful for you. And you can always put your questions in the group, call us to clarify your doubts.
Sir, I have a question. I'm from SVSA MSc, doing my MSc distance. So, during Vedas, Upanishads, and Darshanas, course, so our sir told the first, these Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. So, all these are in steps, like it's a sequence. So, he told the first step is Karma Yoga. Even to go to Bhakti Yoga, the first step is Karma Yoga. And due to the karma yoga, maybe he meant karma yoga as like meditating, and from that meditation, what knowledge that arises, the second step, like we get the jnana, that is vijnan, the experiential knowledge, and out of that we get that meditation, we develop bhakti and all. So but I see many places they call bhakti yoga as a separate stream. And even like I am part of Sahajmarg system, meditation system, Sri Ramchandra Mission. So there also we follow the same concept, like karma yoga, meditating, and then all these things comes automatically, bhakti, jnana, all that. So what is your thought on bhakti yoga? Like why is it treated as a separate stream? And is it really separate, or all these are merged? It just has thin lines, or it's completely different, or all these are just one thing, having one goal and the same path.
It's totally different path. See, for example, those who see as followed Bhakti Yoga. Can you tell me somebody, Bhakti Yoga, who followed in our tradition? You name whomever it is. On the devotion of Shiva or devotion of Vishnu, have they practiced asana pranayama? Most of them don't have practiced. When you are in bhakti, bhakti means love. What is love? Love means my God is ultimate to me. My God is ultimate. I am not important. I am not important. My body, mind is important. My God is important. This is everything. He is my father. He is my mother. I don't bother about anything. First, bhakti yoga is to check whether do I have devotion. If somebody is into devotion fully, no complaints about life. Those people never complain. When you complain about your life, when you say, my life, this is not good, what it means is we are saying God has not done his job. When the bitterness comes in your life, who is giving? God is giving. You are enjoying no pleasure in your life. Who is giving? God is giving. For devotee, there is no question of these small things, no question about life. They say everything God gives. Everything is God. For them, the samadhi will happen just like that. Because no problem, no impurities. They simply dedicate everything. These days we cannot see. Don't imagine the people wear the dress, or they put whatever there in the forehead, or they go to temple, are all bhaktas. They are having bhakti yoga to some extent, but the real bhaktas are totally different. Their whole life, every day, they always sing God's name, everything. By seeing that, we are thinking, okay, they are singing, let me also sing. I will also be bhakta. No. When somebody is singing, you know why they're singing? They are so super overwhelmed inside. The sweetness is flowing out. That's why they are singing. By saying that I will also sing, sweetness will come. To some extent it will come, but it has to blossom inside. So bhaktas are totally different. They never get into jnana marga. You ask bhakta, where is God? He will not answer. He will say, God is with me. He is holding my hands. He is guiding me. What fool you are asking? If you ask a jnana yogi, he will explain. His marga is different. He will say, what is Purusha? What is Prakriti? What is this? What is that? He will say, Bhakti Yoga and all waste. He will not give importance. He evolved by way of asking questions. So we always see these four parts are different. But all the four parts within us, it is there. Don't I have devotion? Don't you have devotion? We have, right? Not all the time. Whenever you go to a temple or see your guru or go to a place, that sweetness comes. Sometimes tears comes. Everyone has some part of bhakti, some part of karma, some part of jnana, some part of everything. It's like mind, heart, hands and limbs, all those things. Everybody has, but you should decide which is dominant in you. In your life, if you feel the bhakti is dominant, please take path of bhakti. If you feel I have a questioning mind, take path of jnana yoga. Karma yoga is like you can involve anything. Karma yoga is doing every activity without having any expectation. Whether comes or not, I don't expect the result. I still keep on doing. Mostly it's physical work. Just go and do. Go to ashram, start cleaning the toilets, cleaning the places around. You just go and do work in the garden. Just do karma yoga. Karma yoga means I am not looking for any benefit. Simply I do. I love doing, I do it. Now, people who don't have that much strong intellect, not bhakti, they can take karma yoga. If that is dominant in them. Or I have some part of karma yoga, some part of jnana yoga, some part of bhakti. Make use of everything, whatever you have. But find whichever little dominant, catch that. So we don't see, because if you want to have meditation, you have to do without asana, pranayama, how to do meditation. One segment. People in Bhakti Yoga, they get into Samadhi. Forget about meditation. They close their eyes. Similarly, they'll get to meditation. Simply they go to Samadhi. Because on their whole mind, only their God is there. Not like us, having a lot of impurities. So these two people are entirely different. And you take tradition, you can't see a Jnana Yogi as Bhakti Yogi. Bhakti Yogi as Jnana. They always argue. It's like, the blind people touching the elephant and say, right? Everyone is touching elephant. Everyone is trying to reach God, trying to attain mukti. The paths are different. Nothing wrong with the path. You don't need to compare. This is higher or lower. Whichever is dominant in me, whichever I can follow, I can follow. I don't need to look for someone and follow. Many people have many definitions, ma'am. Just listen to all. Whichever you feel logically right, you can answer. Because in philosophy, you can't say this is right, this is wrong. Like Yoga Sutra, we can say, because what Patanjali has said, a lot of commentators, great commentators has written. So we can stick to that. In general, if you talk about meditation, you can define meditation many ways. So the paths are totally different. Definition varies. This is what I know. Whatever I say, it's whatever I learn, whatever I know, I just share.
Sir,
Yes,
namaste. Sir, when
Namaste.
you are going to start 6 months yoga course, means like Patanjali yoga course session, sir?
Coming Monday onwards, ma'am. Next Monday, 8 to 9:30, we start.
Monday means like a morning session or
Evening,
sir?
8 to 9:30 p.m.
8 to 9:30 p.m. So
Indian
Monday,
time.
Monday onwards.
Monday onwards. Every Mondays and Thursdays will come.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And we have on Wednesday, there is a doubt clarifying session. I invite all of you. We'll put that also. Every Wednesday, night 8 to 9:30, we have a session, free session. You can ask any doubt. So if we know the answer, we will say. If we don't know the answer, we will get through someone and say. It's like a sangha of seekers. So you can make use of that.
WhatsApp group is there, sir, for that?
Yeah, that's a WhatsApp group. You just message me. I'll include your name in that WhatsApp group.
Okay.
No, I will post a link. There is no WhatsApp group for the Sangha. I think if you are in the discussion group, Yoga Sutras discussion group,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
there,
we
sir. Yeah, I'm here.
There we'll put a link. You can always join us on Wednesdays. Or you want to just listen to somebody's questions, you are welcome. If you have something, I don't know what is Vairagyam, what is Abhyasam, don't hesitate. What are even simple or complex, please come with a question. This is a forum to learn.
I want to know details about each vrittis, means sub vrittis, everything in details, sir. It's like not we have learned only short form. It's like I want to learn in details about everything.
Very difficult to say in short form. If you attend the Yoga Sutra course, then you will know everything. You will become like, definitely for sure, you will understand the essence completely. That we can guarantee. If you come to all the classes.
Yeah, okay. From Monday onwards I'll join, sir. Thank you.
Sure.
Sir, if you have 2 minutes, I don't know whether it's relevant now. I have a question, briefly, if you can touch upon what is Kriya Yoga and what is Raja Yoga? I know we talked about Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and things like that, but what is Kriya Yoga and Raja Yoga? Can you just briefly?
I can talk from Yoga Sutra point of view, sir, because whatever Vivekananda's Raja Yoga or other Raja Yogas, I'm not well versed to it. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, we say the Yoga Sutra itself, Raja Yoga. The Raja Yoga means Raja, king. Who is king in us? The mind is the king. So when I start learning what is this mind, the king inside me, then we say this is Raja Yoga. The other version of Raja Yoga, really, I don't have any knowledge. If you ask Kriya Yoga, that also I can talk only because 2 sutras plus other sutras, 2 specifically talks about Kriya Yoga in Yoga Sutra. In Sadhana Pada, there are 2 techniques. One is Kriya Yoga, other is Ashtanga Yoga. Only 2 tools are there. In that Kriya Yoga means Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhana. See, I can't follow all the yamas and niyamas. But if you follow these 3, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhana. What is Tapas? it takes little time. Tapas you can understand, like, you have a kind of a discipline, you kept your mind on one thing, you want to make that happen, you understand whichever way tapas it is. In Kriya Yoga, tapas means you do follow any yogic techniques, you develop some energy, you create some heat and destroy all the impurities. So any yoga sadhana is seen as tapas in Yoga Sutra. Or you are controlling your food. That means you are eating what you are supposed to eat. So very controlled and disciplined eating is also called as tapas. So these two from Yoga Sutra. Swadhyaya means self-study. You read any scriptures, like reading Yoga Sutra, reading any Moksha Sastra is called Swadhyaya. That means self-study. I question myself, what is life? In Ramayana, Rama suffered. Such a great being. God himself is suffering. What is my suffering? It is nothing. You start comparing your life to the characters in life. You start knowing more about life. This is Swadhyaya. Or they say chanting is Swadhyaya. I do any chanting. That takes me deeper inside, to go deeper inside myself, to understand myself. Anything takes deeper inside me is Swadhyaya. Ishwar Pranidhana is complete surrender. You surrender it. You cannot surrender your life. Can you surrender in what you are doing? 1 hour we are sitting for the Yoga Sutra course. Can I surrender myself? Switch off my phone, put my focus, everything here. This is Ishwar Pranidhana. So this tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhana, together if you do it in your day-to-day activities, this is called Kriya Yoga in Yoga Sutra. I do not the other version of Kriya Yoga, because I know there is a tradition of Kriya Yoga, which I never learned anything from that school. So this is what I know.
So Ishwar Pranidhana is like Bhakti Yoga, or they are one and the same? Yeah.
In Kriya Yoga, Ishwar Pranidhana is not Bhakti. Of course, you can take it also. There, what they say is, you forget about God. I don't believe in God. I believe in my work. So I surrender myself completely to the work. I devote myself to the work. That is Ishwar Pranidhana in Kriya Yoga. But in general, Ishwar Pranidhana means you surrender yourself to the ultimate. That means God. Kriya Yoga is a baby step. I can't follow everything. Can I follow Kriya Yoga? I can do. When you take the baby step, that will lead you to the other direction, other paths, which will equip ourselves. We will equip ourselves by doing Kriya Yoga.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Sir, can you please post this PPT in this Yoga Sutra discussion group?
PPT will not post, ma'am. We'll maybe send the recording. If you want, you can take a screenshot. I think it is there. YouTube Live also it is there. We'll send that link also. Because this is a teaching material we use for teaching.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
There are no more questions. We'll meet again tomorrow. We have mentioned the time. Please, you invite other people also. We can accommodate only 100 people. Other people can join YouTube Live for Sadhana Padakana. Hari Om.